Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Today I was choosing a word we had in our last two Zooms. We had this beautiful meditation about dhyana and Prema Tattva. How to go deep in my meditation, how to become more intense and condensed in feelings of meditation. And also Srila Narottam Das Thakur is speaking about this, and I chose the verse 79. Before, I think this and all the dasis, especially also here our Kama Chakra, our dear Ananda Das Babaji, under the guidance of our dear Gurudev. So the subject today is anxious meditation, meditation with the feeling of desire, of intense, greed. Radha Krishna Koro Dhyan, Swapne o na bolo an, Prema Vina Ana nahi chao. Meditate on Radha Mohan and don't speak of anything else but them, even in your dreams. Yugala Kishora Prema, Yeno Laksha, Bana Hema, Arati Piriti Rasidyo. Don't desire anything but Prema. The Prema of the Yugala Kishore is like gold molten 100,000 times. Meditate on their deep attachment and love. So here because this commentary actually is 3.5 pages. It's about the different kinds of dhyan. And it's very, very interesting to, meditate what kind of, depth we can reach, I can reach in my meditation on Srimati Radhika and her beloved. And we have heard also in our last classes, under the beautiful blessing of our Gurudev and all Vaishnavas, how is the beauty of deep meditation, how we can go more deeper and more condensed in meditation, in contemplation. And here in this commentary, I just collected somehow the points that were most attractive to myself, because I apologize. I speak mostly for myself, for the purification of my senses, so that I may develop some spiritual senses and spiritual understanding by the mercy of all of you. So in this commentary, he is saying that Prema Bhakti is the internal practice in Raganuga, in following the footsteps of the gopis of our Srimati Radhika. And deep and specific concentration of the mind is called meditation or dhyan. We have heard also in the last classes that smaran is like a beginning meditation. In smaran, it can be like a sanchari, the floating of the mind. Oh yes, this class was so nice. I heard about this and that, and then I chant Hare Krishna, and then again the mind maybe goes somewhere else. So smaran is like a sanchari. It could be, a wave of a different remembrance. And dhyan is the very life of spiritual practice, he says, and it's deep and specific. So when I try to understand the difference, I understand that dhyan meditation, when we meditate on the different aspects of our Radharani and Mohan in the service, this is like a sty bath in meditation. And when we do this, the result of this deep contemplation and deep meditation, a very astonishing metamorphosis can happen. What is this metamorphosis? We all know from biology and from the nature, these little caterpillars, in the summertime, they are growing and they are eating the leaves. And then after some time, when they go through their transformation, there will be a beautiful butterfly. So our practice in Raganuga Bhakti and Rupanuga Bhakti, it is also like this. First, we are meditating maybe on a very shallow basis, and we are doing our practices on a, repetitive, repetition, and maybe like a habit. But then later, if we want to continue to feel more and more relish and also increase the taste, it is important that we go deep in contemplation and concentration, and then the astonishing metamorphosis can take place. Even here he says of the external gross body. And then if we look in the dictionary of metamorphosis, transformation or transmutation, is that it is explained, it is a complete change of form, structure, or substance, of character and appearance. So we know the example of the butterfly or the caterpillar, and also another example is the tadpole and the frog. These small little black ones, they are very cute. In the summertime, you see them in the water, and then they develop into a frog. It's like they don't know what they will become. They just follow their instincts. And so also when we enter bhakti, in the beginning, we don't know what we will become. We don't know what is my relationship to Krishna. We try to, serve in a way that is quite external. For many years, I did that. I tried to serve. I tried to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. I tried to be a good devotee, like I follow principles of purity, of sattva gun. I chant the holy name with a prayer for purification, and of course also with a prayer to serve Sri Chaitanya's mission, which I thought at that point would be distributing the holy name and the books of Srila Prabhupada. So that was a level. But now, after 40 years almost, I would like to become more deep and more realized in my Ishta Devi, Srimati Radhika, and in my position as her Dasi. So I try to understand, what is this metamorphosis? What is the transformation? What does it take? And here he also says this astonishing transformation can take place as a result of deep contemplation. Means that my material existence is somehow disappearing, is not so present anymore. Sometimes I feel when I chant my Gayatris, now I am going deep, and then I forget time. And I do my mantras, and then I wake up out of my mantras, or not wake up, but I come back to external consciousness. And it has happened that 1.5 hours have passed. So I think this is like a beginning stage of this deep contemplation, where I'm not into any, lila yet, but I try to absorb into the meaning and into the context of the Ishta Devi and all the, my Guru Manjari and my Ananga Manjari and my Rupa Manjari. I try to pray to them, and I try to deeply, deeply feel how can I connect to you and what service I can do. So I think that is the part of metamorphosis. It will take place, and then at that point, I can feel like, oh, wow, I am very peaceful. I am very, shanti, and I feel connected. I feel in love. I feel balanced. But that's what Narottam Das Thakur is explaining to us, and the dasis of Srimati Radhika in the form of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and our dear Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. That is in a different level, even that. He says there are 4 kinds of meditation that will result into that metamorphosis. It's one about the form. It's called Rupa Dhyan. When we meditate on how, from from bottom to top about the lotus feet, and then we go, to the navel or to the dress, and we go to the face, and we go to the earrings, and we can meditate on the form. And then from that will come also some more realizations and some more closeness. And then it can be about the attributes. Guna Lila. What are the qualities? Srimati Radhika is sweet. She is of fresh youthfulness. She has restless eyes. She has a sweet smile. She is expert in singing, and she speaks charmingly. And when I was reading this, I thought, this is the blessing that Gurudev is now giving us, that we can become attached to hearing and listening this and repeating and reading. And I was thinking, this is so much Radha Ras Sudanidhi. This is this Radha Nishta, this firm faith. Yes, I am her Dasi, and she is the most beautiful personality that is existing, and that is so much interested in, inviting me to come closer to her. So I think these qualities of Srimati Radhika, her compassion and her motherly love for her maidservants, this is such a, mercy to what I feel to get from meditating and reading Radha Ras Sudanidhi. For example, I just try to give some examples according to our point where we are right now and how we are guided by Gurudev. And then there's this third kind of dhyan. It's called Leela dhyan. It's about all their pastimes, all their plays, how they are meeting each other and what time they are waking up, how they are waking up when they are meeting secretly in their kunjas. And we have all these beautiful descriptions of Nishanta Leela, and we have all these songs, how beautiful they are being woken up by the birds and by the different creatures of Vrindavan that are helping them to go back and wake up and go back to their duties, to their external, circumstances, and they have to separate again. And how is this feeling of separation of Radha and Mohan, and how the Dasis can assist that when they wake up? What are their services? They are bringing fresh towels. They are bringing wonderful glasses full of herbal juices in golden pitchers and golden glasses. And they are combing Srimati Radhika's hair. They are helping them to dress and to, come back to their own selves. Because sometimes when Radha Mohan are spending the night together and they wake up, they don't even are back in their normal selves. Because sometimes Srimati Radhika thinks that she is Krishna. She's still so much in this oneness. And sometimes Krishna thinks he is Srimati Radhika. And he says, you have to make a braid. Why do you make a braid and dress me in the sari? And Srimati Radhika wants to put on the pitamba. The manjaris have to deal with these kind of situations. They must know what to do then and how to kindly and softly guide them back so they become, themselves, and that it won't be a big scandal in Vrindavan. So Baba is so humble that he doesn't even in his purport about the Leela Dhyan, he is mentioning Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Govinda Lilamrita and, But actually we have found out that the most treasurable Leela meditation we have is in Leela Bhakushmanjali, because these are not just the general Leelas, these are especially the Leelas who, after meditating them, will guide us into Seva Dhyan, which is the fourth Dhyan. The Seva that I have in my, when I get the mercy, I can do Seva. And not only serving like, in my external appearance as a sadhaka, I would like to serve, I like to do practical things. I want to be useful. But when will I be really useful? When I can serve Shri Radha Mohan in their leelas, when I can serve my Swamini in her desires to serve Mohan, then that will be the success, and that will be the happiness of my Guru Manjari. When my meditation becomes so condensed and so deep, by their mercy, of course, but with my desire. So when we read this paragraph on the second page, it's so amazing how Anandadas Babaji is humble, because under Leela Dhyan, he doesn't even mention his books and his commentaries. But we know that meditating Vilapa Kushmanjali and Radhara Sudhanidhi and his commentaries, all of his mercy is in there. And I want to prove this by reading a little bit of a beautiful conversation between Radha and Mohan that is in the commentary of one of his verses in Radhara Sudhanidhi. And then that commentary, he also mentions that verse that actually applies to the internal practice of Raganuga Bhakti or Rupanuga Bhakti. Sadhana bhaviboyaha siddhadehe bhavotaha raga paterai se upai. Whatever I think of during my spiritual practice, I will attain when I reach perfection. This is the means of Raga Bhakti. The treasure I desire as a practitioner, I will get when I attain my spiritual body. It is just a question of being ripe or unripe. So again, we hear we want to become ripe. I desire to, go into dhyan and not be stuck in smaran or, be stuck in the feeling that I do my duties, I chant my mantras, but I want to go deeper. Please help me, Gurudev. Please help me, all my, dasis, who I want to really follow in their own way to become more perfected. And because what is the secret to become ripe? We all know it. We have to be together with those who are more ripe. If I have an avocado, that is very hard in the beginning. It will take a long time to be ripened. Mm-hmm. But if I have a tray of apples who are ripe and I put the avocado on top of these apples, then the avocado will be soft and ripening very fast.
Mm.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So I want to read a very beautiful conversation between Srimati Radhika and Shri Mohan, Shri Krishna. Because I was thinking, Baba is so merciful that how did he listen this in his meditation? Because he is a ripe person. So if I listen these meditations and these conversations from his, feather, from his writings and meditation, maybe I get the mercy also that my meditation can become sthayi, can become dhyan, can become deeper. Shri Krishna says, first I will read. Shripad in his kinkari form says that Sashimukhi, moon-faced Srimati Radhika, speaks with the king of lovers with a faltering voice of ecstasy. How sweet is that talk! Oceans of nectarian rasa emanate from each and every syllable. So if you ever like poetry or love letters or love songs like me, I guess every girl likes love songs and love letters. Then why not meditate about the love songs and the love poetry between Radha and Mohan? So Krishna says, "O dearest one, even the greatest misers are sometimes generous when they see a suffering beggar. That can be seen in the world. Normally, you are very sad when you see someone else suffering. But still, you will not give me the nectar of your lips now, even if I pray to you for it. This is very amazing. So Krishna, in his beautiful mood of submissive surrender to Srimati Radhika, is begging for some loving exchange. Srimati replies, "Oh, most shameless boy, unfortunately, my girlfriends acted as my enemies today by bringing me in your hands. That is not your fault at all. A hunter wanders from forest to catch the deer. And when he accidentally catches a golden deer, then that is a very glorious moment for him. Similarly, you have now become so shameless to beg the housewives of Braj for the nectar of their lips." So these are the love exchanges of Srimati Radhika with her beloved. And it's called Samlab. And Samlab is a beautiful exchange of words. And if we go through the books and if we look for this nectar, we will find a lot of it. And I think it's so beautiful because it's an art to speak, Rasika words. And Srimati Radhika, she is the most rasic. And even Mohan is begging for one drop of this rasa from her lotus lips, because only then he can develop his rasa more and become more deep also himself. So he becomes a beggar. He is, he from everyone else is begging everything, becomes a beggar of love. And that is the most beautiful, beautiful thing to hear for the kinkaris and to meditate on for those who really want to experience the supreme level of divine love. And that is what Gurudev wants to give to us. And that's why we are now meditating on this Prema Tattva, how to go into Prema. When we were listening the 2 classes or meditating, with our dear Gauranga Sundara, and then on Sunday all together, all of us, then I thought, wow, yeah, now Gurudev is giving us Prem Prayojan. He has given us already our Sambandha. He has given us our Svarup. He has shown us again and again every day how to become Abhideya, to change, from the spiritual, from the material body consciousness into spiritual. He has given us. And now he's giving us Prem Prayojan. And I feel so embarrassed because I'm not really a very sincere student of this, but I'm begging that I become one. I'm begging that this metamorphosis will happen and that, my spiritual senses will develop by listening this more and developing more taste. And I beg you, my dear Vaishnavas, my Dasis, that bless me with this also, that we all together can become in a deep, levels of our meditations, not only enjoy the beautiful life of a devotee, which is also quite nice already. So I just wanted to give this little exchange because I thought it is proving that how beautiful it is when meditating on these words. And even if I cannot hear them in my own spiritual senses yet, but when I repeat them and I chant and I hear them and I listen and I think and I pray for the mercy to hear them, at least in my consciousness, something is already like a layer of having been able to come in touch with that beautiful love letters and love talks of Sri Radha Mohan. And then about the Seva Dhyan. What is my service then? I hear them talk, I hear them, waking up, I see that and I meditate on that, but what is my service? Gurudev has given that to me. He has given one outline, but of course the services of the mandaris are unlimited. And again, in this purport, it is mentioned that this Seva Dhyan has also different levels. And we have heard about these technical terms. It is the mental service to Radha Mohan and their girlfriends in the yoga pit. Means they are all together doing different services when they are meeting, like preparing the fruits, cutting the fruits, preparing the dresses and the different smells and the different cups and the different flower garlands and many, many different things on different levels of their meetings. As we have heard from Gurudev, there's the meeting in the Kunj, there's the meeting in the Nikunja and in the Vritti Nikunja. And here Baba is explaining there's the Svarasika meditation and the Mantramai meditation. One is more like a stream. It goes from one lila to the next or one seva. But the other one is like a lake, Mantramai. It's called the one that is fixed on one certain situation. And he is explaining that the Astakalya Lila, for example, is Svarasik, means during the day they are going to different places. And, they are meeting, or let's start with like a material concept of time. They are waking up and after a meeting at night, and they go to the different destinations. Krishna goes back to Nandagaon, and Srimati Radhika returns to Yavat. And then they are quickly going in their beds, and they are still tired. Eyes are rolling. They are having, red eyes, and again they fall asleep. But then they are woken up. Krishna is woken up by Mother Yashoda. And we have heard so many beautiful leelas about that, how she is seeing all these different marks on his body. And he says, "My boy, you have been playing in the forest again with the sakas, and they are doing something to you when they are jumping on you and you are throwing sticks, and you have to be more careful." And Srimati Radhika goes home to Yavat, and grandmother is coming and saying, "Ooh, what is this? I saw this yellow pitambar on Krishna yesterday, and she has it on herself." And then the Manjaris and Sakis, they're working together quickly. And Vishaka says, "Oh, look at this. You just were blinded by the sun. Look through this window." And quickly one Manjari is changing the yellow pitambar to a blue scarf, to blue shawl. Like this, we know all this. And if we go like this during the day, and we remember this is called Astakalya Lila, and that is called Svarasik. It goes from one, time to another time. And we have heard also from different devotees who are setting their alarm clocks, trying to memorize, the different times. Oh, now they had Radhakund. Let me meditate on that Leelas. Let me meditate on the verses that are taking place in Radhakund, maybe from Vilapa Kushmanjali. And in the afternoon, meeting at Suryakund, and so on and so on. But then there's also these different other meditations that are more stable in one place, and they are called Mantramai meditations, like the Yoga Pit meditation. Yoga Pit is what we also get from Gurudev when we get our Swarup meditations. That means when they are all together, and we see Radha Mohan are in the middle, they are in the yoga stali, they are in their place of enjoyment, and all the sakis are there, and all the manjaris are there, and they are playing or dancing or singing, whatever they do. So these are the different 4 kinds of dhyans, and I just want to mention them, in a condensed form, because if you go through the commentary, you will find a lot of beautiful more information and hints. And Baba says, meditate on the rasa of their deep attachment and love. So I just want to say that our beloved Gurudev never says we should do that or that or that. He says it will become natural by our own taste and our own nourishment of what we feel is nourishing. It's not that we have to do it like this or like that. Usually he says what we hear during the day, when we go to class in the morning, or when we hear any kind of katha, that is going in my consciousness, in my mind, And that I try to follow. And then, according to my own capacity, in my own meditation, in the morning, in the evening, or during the day, according to my circumstances. And of course, during all activities, what I do during the day, that will be the best. If I always remember I'm a Dasi, and how can I connect the situation that I have in my Sadhaka Deha with the mood and the feeling of a Dasi? That is what Gurudev always says, be in that mood all 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days a week, or try to develop it, try to desire it. If I don't have developed it, or if I don't feel connected to it, I try to desire it. Because the desire always comes before the realization. And if there is no desire, the metamorphosis will not take place so smoothly. So the desire must be there. And of course, we need the blessings. And of course, in the end of the purport, also Baba is saying, the devotee's eagerness will unlock sufficient grace of the Lord, of the Swamini and the Hare Mohan. Strong eagerness is called Prema. And the culmination of eagerness is found in the practice of Brajaras and Madhuryaras. To increase this ocean of eagerness, Sri Radha Mohan have accepted an extramarital relationship. Therefore, meditation filled with deep hankering is the proper practice to attain love for the lotus feet of Sri Radha Mohan, who are themselves the embodiments of spiritual love flavors. So it's like we have heard so many times, but which I try to always remember myself when I come into like a habit of devotion. You know, that feeling, habits of devotion, that is coming back to my Vaidhi practice and my Vaidhi mentality, although I try to enter and practice Raganuga Bhajan. So we know that we need the mercy, but according to our eagerness, the mercy will unlock. And eagerness does not mean that I am qualified. Eagerness only means that I have a strong desire to receive mercy and to go, into my spiritual senses. And then one day, with the mercy of all the Vaishnavas, of all the sadhus, of my Guru Mandari, I can enter really into my spiritual senses, and I can go into dhyan, and I can be with them, be with her. And of course, every guru, as we have heard, also is giving different advices and, according to their own realization. And we have the good fortune to be with our dear Gurudev Sadhu Maharaj, who is so generous also to guiding us with a lot of patience, which I can see in my case, and with a lot of, mercy, and always so understanding with our external circumstances in our sadhaka dehas and our, individual situations of our lives. But then in Braj, it's all about going from the material senses into the spiritual senses. And then we need this mercy to go to Gurudev and say, Gurudev, I had this and that. Is this spiritual already, or am I still in my Santari Bhav? And he's always helping in every level of our existence to become more fixed and more closer to our, spiritual existence, which is there at the same time. It just has to be revived. Like Narottam Das Thakur says, it's only a matter of being ripe or unripe. So that was my little meditation on this verse, which is so amazing and has the different details about that dhyan that goes into that sthayi, fixed meditation on the different qualities of the different services and also of my form, because Gurudev said, when we chant our Gayatris also, I have to remember what is my form. And then I thought this morning when I was chanting, the meditation on the Chaitanya Lila. This is in my Sadhaka Deha. This is when I'm serving and I'm praying to them to help me to become a Dasi. And then when I go to the Guru Manjari meditation, that is actually need to be in my spiritual body. That's my desire. It's not there yet. I'm practicing, I'm praying, I'm begging for this, and I'm crying. But I'm hoping. So I think that now I have maybe spoken enough, and forgive me if I did any mistake, and please inspire me also by your feelings on this verse, and maybe you would like to share something.
So Suniti Didi so very beautifully described this very intense this verse. I am not so qualified to discuss this thing, but I want to little bit to add something. And this describes different kind of meditation. This describes 4 kind of meditation. And by the Bhakti's meditation and Raganuga Bhakti's meditation, what's the difference? By the meditation and Raganuga Bhakti meditation. This Narayan Maharaj told us in the Hidden Path of Devotion. Someone who has Swarupa, someone who has Swarupa of Gurudev, or nothing. By the Bhakti's case, no Swarupa, myself and also Gurudev or Guru Manjari. So this meditation, this very interesting, this we need Swarupa. And this we need Sthai Baba. Why we need Sthai Baba? Because during meditation, if we are not Sthai, then we don't know what kind of object we can get as a result. Gurudev used to say, now, whatever you meditate, you will get it. Even material thing also. So, and this also Baba mentioned in later part of this. We should not say the is 509 page middle. The practitioner who covet Prema must give up all other desire but for Prema. So, and then devotional means service. Therefore, the practicing devotee must desire nothing else but the service of his beloved deity. Without Prema, no kind of devotional service can make the beloved deity happy. Hence, the yearning for Prema awakens within the heart of the pure devotee. He who desires Prema is absorbed in practicing bhajan, which is the mean and cause of Prema, or rejects all factors that stop him from attaining Prema. This Prema is one particular Baba, particular rasa. Say, somehow, if we want to become Manjari, we have to fix Manjari's Baba. If we want to become Saki, we want to fix Saki's Baba. If we want to have motherly love, and we have to fix motherly love. Otherwise, we cannot get desired result. So therefore, Gurudev is saying it's same thing. If we are not Sthai Baba, we cannot we have nowhere. We don't know where we are going after death. So therefore, Sthai Baba is so important. Fixing one Baba. And fixing one Baba meditation is very, very important. And also this Baba, very interesting. finally mentioned Seva Dhyana. So this Seva Dhyana, according to our rasa, this Seva is different. Like Mother's Seva and Saki's Seva, Manjari's Seva, or Sakya's Seva is completely different. So this also should be fixed one pointed. Otherwise, we cannot get it. So this is actually, for me, I don't understand before. Because just I was thinking before, I just do Lila Smarana, that's okay. And also Suniti did say, sometimes, or actually many times, especially me, I have tendency to do some kind of body. Means, this time, okay, this time this is meditation, okay, this meditation orders this one, from this one, after this one, this one, like this. But actually, Raganuga is very, very spontaneous. Because Gurudev also used to say, this is natural appearing. And one day I asked to Gurudev, so I don't have realization yet. So could you give me advice to give realization? And then he said, concentrate on chanting. If deep concentrate chanting, and then realization will appear. Because our tendency is, now I also be careful, because sometimes during chanting, we are not too careful. Then if we are not too careful, easy to remember another thing. Oh, today I have to do this work. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, my family member, what's happening? Oh, this devotee, what's happening? Kind of thinking. No, actually, no. During chanting, we should always only concentrate this Radha and Mohan, nothing else. But we have tendency, we have, okay, today's prasad, what should I eat? Or today, what kind of service should I do? Service is better, but sometimes we have tendency to deviate. So Gurudev's suggestion, which I'm understanding, is concentrate on and sound at first, and then from sound, from form, from kind of. So what I want to share is concentration. Gurudev said concentration become more deep and thick. That Gurudev told to me. So it may help other devotee. So Radhe.
Any comment from you, Gurudev?
If development, I have to watch myself. And this practice, when I watch myself, then this practice comes, that I watch always this, that my mind is with name or not, or I'm thinking something else. And we have to bring mind to the name. This is very good meditation. I say it's practical. And when mind comes to the name, what I am chanting, then the spurti start coming. So spurti means ashru, here standing, feelings, realizations coming. When this realization coming, then you say today, then Sarup Dhyan. I always meditate in one Sarup and fall in love in material Sarup. Male fall in female Sarup and female fall in male Sarup. Is my bodily consciousness. Is material. But when you want to go spiritual, you have to do spiritual Ishtadev Sarup. Sarup is also here. And when we fix the Sarup, then Spurti comes of Leela there. Leela will start flowing there. Then we start living there. And when I start living in the Sarup of Ishtadev and Leela, then third thing, Rasarya, then juice is coming. Then my Siddha Sarup, we start doing Seva. That is our Prayojan, Asthai. And that Asthai Bhav is Sarup Siddha. What Prabhupada say, page 4. So Seva, Dhyan is the highest position of our development. When we are living in the Seva meditation, Prema, then Sarup is also there, Leela is also there, Rasa is also there, and Prayojan is Seva. Means my loving service for my Swami. Very simple and very easy process. Little in beginning, to come to sadhana, they have to siddha, they have takes time. And to realize the meditation and spiritual take time. When we realize that we have to move in a spiritual life, there's no taking time. Taking time to move from the material to spiritual. Why? The old friend is telling us, why you are living in me? I will give you everything. I will give you sleep also. You will do Leela also. You will get rasa also. And you will do Seva. Or you will do it. Here also you can do Seva. Which Seva you are searching for? And they involve me back to material Sarup Dhyan. Material Leela Dhyan. I have to do Leela. My Leela start. Then Rasa. We get the juicy life. We feel that juice, but one day we renounce it. No way to live in this way. And Seva will also come in this material consciousness. Whole life you serve, but one day say you do nothing for me. Sure. So this material world, and this is the spiritual world. Sarup Dhyan, Leela Dhyan. Do the Sarup Dhyan of them to your Ishtadev. To fix yourself in this spiritually, that to come out from there to spiritual consciousness. Only Sarup will bring you. So Sarup Dhyan is very important. And Sarup Dhyan bring you to Leela Dhyan. Leela Dhyan will give you rasa. Juicy, you will become juicy. And this juicy nature will start serving. Real service. Divine service. But we live in the false illusion and we think this practice we are doing here in material world. Right or not? Okay?
Sahajya.
Of what you say, that is happening to me, and I want to come out from that. No.
Me too.
Everyone has to come out. So Baba is so merciful. He gives the steps to how to bring yourself in there. And when you will try to greet for this, then you will automatically come out from this. If I think that I come out from this and I have no greed to come in, where I will go? So you have to know to go to in, then automatically you are out. Easy, no? So Suniti Didi, so merciful. We give Radha Dasyam name also, and she is teaching us how to go there. This name of Radha Dasyam is given by Suniti. Right? Yes. And she is helping us how to be in Sarup Dhyan, Leela Dhyan, Rasa Dhyan, and Seva.
She also started the Zoom.
And
It's all Gurudev's and Gopinath's mercy, I tell you. I don't know why he gives any.
I don't know why she started this. I'm not so smart.
You are the smartest Gurudev. You're always in Parakia.
I am looking the mercy, how it's happening. Yesterday, Gopinath come and he said that, Gurudev, I want more Kirtan. I said, also I am thinking this and I want to share with you. He said, I want Ekadasi Kirtan to do. Organize this Ekadasi Kirtan, 2 days a month. I said, wow, if you add our Thakur Mahasaya song, Ratana, it will be more good. Some song and Mahamantra. So maybe from next Ekadasi, it will be happen. And 26 is Basant Panchami, Gurudev appearance day. It will a special program is happening. We are trying to meditate in Gurudev appearance day program. How to make it beautiful, and it's a Basant Panchami day. Yeah. Let's see how this happening. But coming festival is this. Maharani said, I'm reaching on 25th. I said, wow, 26 is Basant Panchami and Gurudev appearance day. So nice. Radhe. Thank you, Suniti.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Sharing so nice. You are telling how to understand Radha Rasudaniti and Vilap Kusumanjali. You are showing the way. Yeah.
It's all your prasad, Gurudev. Thank you that I can be your servant, your dasi.
No. We are all brothers and sisters. We are only 1 day difference. There is no, what do you say in English?
Senior, junior?
No, adoring. We are all friends.
No. Yeah, hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Yes.
Hierarchy.
Here we are all brothers and sisters.
Hierarchy is okay.
And one goal. We share for only to be in one way. We are not senior, junior here. We are all, even our Swami, she is Swami, but she gives motherly love friendly love. All varieties she's teaching us. See, when she needs, she gives Mother Leela. When she also behaves, the Manjari is like a friend, and she like that because the feelings are one. So we are all trying to serve together to our today, right? So you are more senior to everyone. You are guiding us, and we try to grow ourselves. Radhe.
Thank you, Gurudev. Radhe Radhe.
Give my love to Gaura Sundara. He sent me very good message.
Yes. He is realizing by your mercy now Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita's purports really deeply.
Wow. But I don't want to disturb him because he has to finish his job quick. So I know
yes, it's happening today, Gurudev. Today some new renters are coming and it's going in a good direction.
Settle down a bit, that will be free. This job has to do. He has started cooking seva. So I leave him cooking, nice cooking seva. Cooking is the best thing. Your job is all cooking. How beautifully you know to give spices and how tastefully you cook. That is your job. It should be, has to be tasteful for offering this cooking seva, right? Most intelligent person can do nice cooking seva. And that is how to manage in the material world and be in the spiritual world because you are in the kitchen of Radharani. So you cook for the service for Radha. So you have to do job. You not do job means you're not cooking nicely. You're not good cook.
Preparation.
You are not good preparation, not nice cleaning your plate to serve to the to your Ishtadev Radharani, and you are not good to serve to his devotee. It's cooking self.
Yes.
Not your job. Your job, then you are out. When it is her job, why you are out? Everything is service. It's a mental. It's nothing physical. It's mental. Where is your mind is staying? Mental is a mental relation. Where is your mind? You are living there. What to do? Only change the way of mind. Where you want to be a devotee, you keep mind there. You want to serve Maya, you keep your mind in Maya. If you want to serve the devotee, Kishori got the money today from the company, and she in her money, she expend money to buy the things for the distribute to devotees. You see? Yeah.
Yes, you're so good. Yes or no? Yes.
No, Kishori and Kishori.
Yes.
They're my Austrian Kishori.
Austrian.
Kishori Leela. See the Kishori Leela.
No, we are Priya.
Kishori Lila and Kishori Priya.
Kishori Priya. Kishori Leela. And Kishori San. Kishori Leela is always. Is Leela we are surviving. One is a Kishori Leela, one is a Rasa Leela.
Yes.
All Mukerman is moving into all we are meditating.
Which side you are living, Gurudev? You are living Rasa Lila side.
Both are.
We are living Kishori.
Both eyes, both Leela.
Two parties.
All Kishori Leela.
My God.
Yesterday came to the Shamai. My Kishori, where is he on the Shamai? Only he served to Radha Mohan. Yeah. Now my kirtan is ready for 15 minutes. Thank you, Suniti. You give me time to share. Radhe, Radhe.
Thank you. You give time to us, Gurudev.
You ask, I have to follow that. I say you are all senior than me. Right? In the Zoom classes also I am lowest. Everywhere I am.
No, you
Because I am the only meditating in the same challenge. This is my seva. I have to be Gurudev give me charan seva. Always meditate in the lotus feet of Vaishnava. Then you can see my it. Yeah, thank you.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, Didi. Radhe.
Thank you all. Radhe Radhe.